Hey guys, Colvin with the fishing report for you. Today is Friday, June 16th. Lake levels at 661. We're about 2 foot high still. Water temperatures around 80 degrees, give or take, depending on where you're at and how hot it gets throughout the day. Bass fishing is definitely setting up for summer patterns. All in all, fishing's been pretty good. We're a lot cooler temperature than we normally are, and the lake's a lot lower than we normally are. So that being said, I'll go over some of the things that are working for me. There is a topwater bite. It's worth getting up early for. Some days will be better than others, but you definitely want to get out there and get a little topwater action. If you're fishing the main lake, you can fish the clear water. I like the Lucky Craft. You can throw a popper, you can throw a spook. The big thing is get out there early so you can see them busting. I'm targeting long points, ledges, bluff ends. As the day progresses and the sun comes up, the topwater is going to slow down. If it stays cloudy, you can sometimes do it all day, but most days it's going to slow down. As it starts to slow down, I'm going to move over to swim bait in the clear water, especially if you're around the balls of shad. You can get around, if you can video game those fish, they're out there. The shad will be high in the water column early, and then as the sun gets up, they're going to start moving deep. So as they move deep, I'm going to start looking at brush piles, things where they can stick their nose and get out of the sun. Drop shot's working. So if sun's up, you're going to fish the clear water, a drop shot's going to work for you. Most of these fish, you may be over 100 foot of water, but it seems like a lot of the bass activities in that 10 to 25 foot range, give or take. There is a thermocline starting to form around 25 foot, so keep that in mind. The other thing coming back on the deck is these fish start moving out a little deeper. The tater shad's back on my deck. So if you want to fish vertical for these fish, you can drop that down into those schools of Kentuckys and get those things to fire on that. If you're a shallow water fisherman and you're going to fish dirty, the big worm bite is working. If you're going to go back into the creeks or the brush piles that's got some stain in it, you can throw the big worm, any kind of the red variation. That's catching some fish right now. Graph time is definitely going to pay off. There's still fish in the bushes, but knowing when to go back there is half the battle. You probably don't want to go back there if it's going to be 95 for the day and not a lick of wind. The old wake bait, it's still catching a few fish. Throwing that outside the bushes. You can also throw that on suspended fish. That'll catch you a few. And as always, the jig bite. Since they're not generating a ton of water like they were, not all these fish are sitting high in the water column. There are some fish coming down, so a jewel jig, dragging the points in the brush piles, keep the boat out deep. And guys, it's summertime. It's worth getting out early. There's a mayfly hatch going on, so if you're looking for the report throughout the week, I do one on Instagram and Facebook, so be sure to check out Colvin Fishing. Thanks for watching. Be safe. Have fun.